Good morning guys, welcome back to a brand new video here from Miracle Mountain. I'm actually really excited because I'm going to be laying all of the piping for the water, so hopefully we have water directly to the house for the first time since the fire and the floods.
We're the Indie Projects, Bee and Theo. In 2017, we bought an abandoned property in Central Portugal and spent the last few years turning it into a fully fledged homestead, converting an old stone barn into a cosy tiny home. Working non-stop and overcoming many obstacles, it turned out better than we ever could have imagined. As one chapter closes, another one begins. Our dreams of living even more remotely in a fairy tale forest with space for animals to roam and our passions to grow became a reality. Before we have even moved there, it was devastated by a huge wildfire, drastically altering the landscape. Immense flash floods followed as the land couldn't hold onto the water. Follow us as we carve out our new life on Miracle Mountain.
So before I get started with anything today, I need to dive straight into my morning routine, which is whip up an AG1 to give me that boost that I need throughout the day. 1 scoop of AG1 mixed with 8 ounces of water supplies you with 75 vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics and adaptogens. Being so easy to make has meant we've kept up the habit of drinking AG1 every single day for a year, and now we're really feeling the benefits. It's gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan, paleo, keto, low-calorie, and less than 1 gram of sugar per serving. Using AG1 means you don't need to store numerous vitamins and mineral supplements, as well as buy fresh ingredients to get your recommended daily intake. So click the link to get an immune supporting free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase when you go to athleticgreens.com/the Indie Projects. So the first thing on the agenda this morning is to hook up the trailer to the car yet again. I can't believe how much I'm using this trailer. When I bought it, I knew it would be a good purchase, but I didn't know I would be using it like 10 times in the last week. It's absolutely ridiculous and it's already paid for itself. So I'm going to hook up the trailer because there's loads of brush around the property along the side of the road and we're having harsh rains and stuff like that, and I just want to get it into an area where it's suitable to burn. So I'm going to turn up here. Your face is hilarious. You seem so stoked.
It was really fun.
Maybe we can run rides in the back of the trailer from here to earn some money.
Where's the first pile?
I'm going to go up here, turn it round so I can reverse the trailer back down the hill and then turn around. The first pile is the other side.
Good idea. Do you want me to get out and help?
Yeah. So this is the first pile of debris that I want to move. It'll be interesting to see how much we can do at one time in the back of the trailer, but I'm thinking quite a lot. And the reason I want to move it because I want to clear this space, because this is where I'm thinking that the woodshed should go.
I think it'd be great. It's really flat.
It's already flat, it's a really decent size, and we need a big woodshed because the wood burner in that house is gonna munch through wood throughout the winter because it's a big 10 kilowatt stove. And here, it's right next to the road as well. So what I can do is stack all the wood here for a year to dry out and then come down with the UTV, in a year's time when it's ready to burn, and just grab some right by the roadside and then head back to the house. We don't want to store any wood anywhere near the house.
We need gloves.
Gloves.
I bet we've only got one pair, haven't we?
One glove each. Anything that can be used and is decent, like this, just getting rid of them small little branches, and this can be chopped down and used as kindling in the fire. So I'm not going to waste anything. I'm not just going to burn stuff for the sake of burning it, but all the stringy stuff that's not got a use, it's going to go on the fire.
Which fire? Because you just mentioned 2 fires, but not which fire is which. You said that's going to go on the fire and that's going to go on the fire.
So not the wood fire.
There we go.
So the wood fire, obviously with the kindling, all of this rubbishy stuff that's just waste and left over, that can be used. I've got so much of this stuff. This stuff's going to be burnt because it just needs to be gone.
Go away.
Just go. But I've got loads more of this stuff that we're going to use for horticulture in raised beds as well. So yeah, pretty much nothing will go to waste. But this stuff, it's wet, it's rubbish, it's stringy.
It's in the way of where our woodshed's going to go.
It's in the way. I need to start measuring this woodshed up because it just dawned on me that wood's expensive and it's pretty much doubled in price. And we have a forest. We've got all of our own supply of heating for the whole winter. But I need to go up there, fell some trees, but I need somewhere to put it first. There's no point felling trees and then just having wood sitting on the ground, getting damp.
So for the first run we've done pretty good. This is a load of leaves, but we've only got about 1.5 piles left, so I reckon one more trailer and we'll be done. I need to just go and catch up with Theo.
I've just pulled up to the lake. This is where we're going to be burning all of the debris from around the property. It's the safest place. It's a big bowl. It's also full of water. Not completely full of water because obviously water and fire doesn't mix, but I do actually need to be careful where I spread it out because there is water in there and we don't want to make this debris any wetter than it actually is. So I think it's only going to take 2 trailerfuls. The trailer wins again.
Sun coming up, you make my world come alive. Oh, you know I can't get enough. You walking by my side. You are my sunshine.
So it's a new day and we're heading up the mountain to basically flatten the area where the water tank's going to go, because the plan today is to connect all of the water piping. So fingers crossed by the end of today we will have water to the house, which would just be a monumental moment, an absolutely massive part of the story, which is very exciting. And I absolutely love this walk because all I can hear is the sound of my own footsteps, birds tweeting, and in the distance the river flowing. It's so nice. So this is the area where the tank's going to go, and luckily it already had 3 tanks here before, so it's fairly flat. But I brought the rake with me and I'm just going to rake it because obviously they've been here probably 15 to 20 years, the tanks. So the area is built up over time and it's not as flat as it could be.
Is this the pipe that will run down to the house?
Yeah, this was the old pipe that ran all the way underground and gives us a feed to the house. I have cut it, so obviously I brought a joiner. I'm going to join it a bit further down when we get to that point, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. You can see here there's all of this tarp and everything all over the floor that's been burnt. We don't need to cover our tanks in tarp because the tank is blue, which means it stops any algae growth and it's specifically designed for drinking water. So I leveled the ground out the best I possibly can for the tank, but there are some roots and it's a bit uneven. So what I'm going to do is put down some gravel. So I've just gone down, got some bags of gravel, and that's going to allow the tank to sit perfectly flush. There's going to be a lot of weight in this tank, 3 ton, so 3,000 kilos of water. So you want to make sure it's sitting perfectly flush, so over time you don't get any damage on the actual tank. Now I just got to move these bags down there. They're quite heavy, 20 kgs each.
Oh great, do you want a hand? Do it on your own, you don't need me. I'll just film.
Luckily I used to be a power lifter. So.
They might roll down the hill. I'm going to roll some down to you, okay?
Okay.
Hopefully they don't split open and go everywhere.
Definitely don't need a gym when you live like this.
So we've got 5 more in here, perfect.
See, if we just dug nice little steps into here, it wouldn't be so dangerous.
How easy do you reckon that would be?
A long job.
It would be good, actually. Quite a good thing to do.
We seem to use that access quite a lot.
Been here more days. The most often visited place on the property this is at the moment.
Theo's just levelling it up but we've got all the gravel down to stop anything from going up, and also is a really great way to make sure it's ultra level. It's looking really good. I think we've got it pretty much bang on. So water, yeah, it's good to go. So I guess we can move on with the next phase.
So we have leveled the tank perfectly. It will bed down once the weight of the water is in the tank, which is good. It's not moving anywhere, that's for sure. And I ran out of gravel, had enough to level the tank, but not enough to do a nice 2-foot border all the way around the outside, just to suppress any weeds growing up right next to the tank, keep the area nice and clear. So there's no road access at the moment via vehicle to get right up the top where the water source is. So I'm gonna have to push this because the road was absolutely obliterated in the flooding. And although it's pretty easy right now because I'm going downhill, soon I've got all uphill to battle against. So
it's nice to walk up the stream, but there's no way you could push that up the stream.
nah, this isn't going up the stream. Too many obstacles.
What? Ah! You style that out really well. Oh my gosh. This is going to be hideous. Oh, okay. This is going to be hideous going up there. I think we'll have to put the camera down and do it together.
Look at the road.
I know, the road. I wouldn't call that a road anymore. Oh man.
Lucky I'm getting a digger.
Now, is it going over there?
Yeah, keep going straight up.
Okay.
When it's like basic math. Right, leave it there. Right, now the next point of contact here is just like the ridge. Right, now you get down. If you... There we go.
And we just roll a little bit up here.
Yeah, exactly. So the plan is, now we just need to unroll it. Easier said than done because this piping, it's the black with the blue stripe, and that is super solid, super strong, which is perfect for what we need because this pipe is going to be laid overground, because this is just bedrock and we can't dig through a forest of different roots. It's just impossible to bury the pipe, so for this short run it's going to be overground.
So there's a tree blocking the path of where we're trying to go, and it's time to get the chainsaw out. We tried to get past it, but it's just impossible. It's really springy and goes directly across. There's just no point in trying to fight it. It needs cutting anyway.
Do you reckon you can grab that?
Yeah. It just stabbed me right in the chest.
So I'm right at the top of our water system and I've just fitted a new valve and fittings to the brand new pipe. Now I need to go down to the tank and do all the other fittings. And then if it keeps going as smoothly as this, we'll have water.
You want to take that pipe with you?
Yeah, I'll take that. So first of all, at this 3,000 litre tank, I'm going to work on the water out that feeds to the house. There's quite a lot of different joins, so I think if I get that sorted first, then I can make sure all of the pipe work is really nice and tidy. So I plumbed in everything pretty much apart from the overflow. I'm going to do that last because I need to know exactly how much I need once I've fitted this pipe. So I've got a straight join and this is going to join from the original pipe that comes all the way from the house that is buried underground. That is why we believe that the pipe is actually fine, because it was buried underground. And you can do so further down because when they built this property, a lot of these trees wasn't here, so there was no root systems and stuff like that. So that's buried. I'm going to connect it to this, and I did tape over the pipe so no creepy crawlies could get in there or get stuck. And also when the flooding was happening, it was happening quite a lot and still is to this day when we have a huge amount of rain. This is really going to help this system stop a lot of the flooding, but I didn't want all of the rubbish flooding into the pipe and then ending up in the filter down by the house. So here we go, just here.
Oh, there it is, yeah. Look at this.
Throw me that blue thing. It's so close. Basically what I'm doing is running the pipe in the water. So if there ever was a fire, the pipe is all the way in the water, and that is why a lot of this pipe further up didn't burn. There was one place where it melted, and that was it, because there's constantly water flowing through here.
All year round. Looks like you're killing the pipe.
Ah! Give me a push with all your might.
Oh. You've got boulder
That's good.
falling,
That's
falling
good.
on stinging nettles.
We wanted that
This is real,
for the pipe to fit.
real adventure piping.
We've gone from Zion in the Narrows to what's that film called where he gets stuck under the rock?
Oh, 127 hours.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Indiana Jones.
I can hear it coming into the tank. Yeah! Woo! Now we just have to wait for it to fill before we can See if it works down at the house. I'm not gonna lie, I'm so nervous. This has been a long time coming. This has been a monumental task to get to this point, and I don't know whether we should be filming right now. Maybe we should just try it first, but I'm just gonna try it. But this is our font. We have a font. How mad is that? So this, in the future, I'm hoping that I can hook up a pressure washer, use it to fill buckets for like mixing cement. Also, as if the suspense wasn't enough, the camera battery just died. Right, I'm gonna try it. You ready?
Do you think it's just going to be a little dribble?
I don't know.
Ooh.
Oh, it's coming! It's coming! Woo!
Let's pressure wash it!
Oh my god!
Oh wow, okay. Don't waste it.
So it's fair to say we have pressure.
Yeah!
So
High five.
our showers basically going to rip your skin off. I'm going to end the video there. Oh, I'm lost for words. Like, you don't understand how much this means to us. It's
Great way to start the new year.
so good. Happy New Year, everyone. Catch us on the next video for more from our country park.